after the New Orleans Saints, traded with the Philadelphia Eagles, they got another first-round draft pick. The Philadelphia Eagles got another first-round draft pick for next year. So what do they got? I think the Saints got 16 and 19. There's a lot that went on with that trade. Obviously, we've covered it, but there was one thing bigger that I think a lot of teams kind of caught on to. It's the fact that, yes, you might be able to give up picks now and be able to get back into the first round. And for a specific team that I think it might benefit, or at least it's worth looking into, it's worth making a call about. That's what the job of Dave Ziegler, Josh McDaniels, well, it's mainly Dave Ziegler. But the point is, should the Las Vegas Raiders trade for future picks? Should they trade future picks to be able to get back up into the first round? I don't love it. I'm not going to lie to you, because if you're going to be the Raiders, you signed Derek Carr, traded for Devontae Adams, you signed Chandler Jones for a specific reason, and you extended Max Crosby for a specific reason. And I think that reason is because you see yourself, or at least you see your team being competitive for 3 to 5 seasons. And the good teams, the teams like the Patriots, the teams like the Steelers, the Chiefs to a degree, they do a lot of different things. Obviously, they got their franchise quarterbacks. That's one thing. But what they also do is they draft well. They draft well. It doesn't matter. Obviously they don't give up too many picks. They don't do a lot of stupid things. I think it would be a little bit foolish for the Raiders to give up. On one hand, I do think it would be foolish to give up future picks or in order to get back into the first round to get guys you want, guys like Trevor Penning to come in and play right tackle and possibly guard, who knows, or getting a guy like Abram Lucas in the second round or whatever it is, because I think at the end of the day, it does come down to the fact that, hey, this is something you need to seriously keep an eye on. You need to make sure that you are making the best possible decision for your franchise. On the other hand, you signed those guys. You traded for Devontae Adams. You did all that, and you did all that because you wanted to be able to compete right now. So if it's win now mode, if you were in a win now mode as a franchise, I think it's a no-brainer. I think you trade, you try to get a future, a number 1 this year, or number 2 this year, to be able to get future picks or give up future picks next year. If that's what the franchise thinks is the best way to go about it, do it. Absolutely do it. Okay, fine. But for the long-term sustained success of the Las Vegas Raiders, I don't know that the answer is trading away those picks. I really don't. I think at the end of the day, any franchise, any successful franchise that is either in the playoffs, that is either in contention for a Super Bowl, that is doing all that, they draft right, they bring in the right players in free agency, and to a degree, that's what the Las Vegas Raiders have done. They've went out, like we said, they've got the right players. They went out and signed guys. This free agency, we've covered it ad nauseum. We've absolutely covered it. But I do think that at the end of the day, this is one of those things where, there's such a thing as being called doing too much or trying to do too much. And I think, you could still get a good right tackle or a good offensive lineman in the third round that could come in and start. I mean, Leatherwood, if you want him to start a great, I think that's a big question they want to do. But overall, I really feel like they're in a position where they need to keep the picks that they have, potentially get starters in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. That's pretty hard to do, but I mean, look at Nate Hobbs, the former 5th round pick. This is not hard to see. You getting guys in the later rounds that could be starters. We've seen it all the time. Nate Hobbs is the latest example I made for the Raiders. But overall, this franchise is in a spot where, yes, it's win now, but also try not to be too much of a detriment to the future of your franchise, because at the end of the day, yes, you want to win now, but you also want to be able to be successful for many years to come. And I think the Raiders can do that. I absolutely think the Raiders are in a position where, with all the talent they have, Derek Carr, Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, all those boys. Then on defense, I think there's some pieces coming together there. But at the end of the day, I think it would be foolish for the Raiders to trade away future picks to be able to get back up into the first round. I think, again, the long-term success of your franchise depends on those picks, and I don't think you can do that. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. In the description down below, you find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about if the Las Vegas Raiders should trade future picks to be able to get back up into the early rounds of the 2021 NFL Draft.